Yo Wagwan, hope you're having a great day. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to make an ambient R&B trap type beat, the kind of beat you'd make for The Weeknd, Party Next Door, or Post Malone, or me, because these are the types of beats I'm going to be creating for my EP, my singles and whatnot moving forward. If you didn't know, I'm Jay Carteret from jcarteret.com, teaching you how to be better at music, online business and online marketing. This is the #1 spot for musicians and creatives that don't want to be starving artists. So if that sounds like you, click that subscribe button, check out the rest of the content on the channel because you will love it. Now, in this video, I did plan to actually create this beat from scratch. Now, before we get into it, if you haven't watched my previous video on how to create ambient R&B trap melodies, or I think it might just be ambient melodies, go and check that video out. I'll link it up in the cards, because in that video I actually create the chord progression and the melody that we're going to be using in this video. But I did create this beat and I did record a video for it, but I didn't record the screen audio, and I was going to basically record the audio separately and then re-edit the video and add the audio in, because I did that with like 5 other videos, but this video was like an hour long and it would have just taken so much time. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm just going to break down the beat and show you what's going on, and basically go through the beat, and it's just going to be way quicker and way easier for me and probably for you to watch as well. So first of all, let's start by playing the chords and melody that we've got from the previous video, and then we'll get into the first things that I did when I started to create the beat, and we'll just go through it. And you know, I'll do another video where I'll make a beat from scratch and I'll show you through the creative process, because I really wanted to do that, but alas, it was not in the cards basically. So let's play this. This is the melody and chords, our main melody and chords.
This is called grade cooking.
Okay, and basically I just had to restart my computer and move a lot of stuff around because my memory was low. So I'm gonna stop this recording to make sure that it's actually recording the screen recording, because otherwise then I've just made this mistake a whole other time and it's gonna take ages. So I'll be right back. All right, so system audio is recording this time, and these are the notes in the chord. But as I said, just go and check out the video on how to create the ambient melody and whatnot, because that will show you how this was created, and you definitely should watch that before going through this video. But let's continue on. I'm going to show you how we got to like the other melodic elements and the drums. But basically all I've done is I've used the original melody and I've just copied it over to a few different layers. Now the first layer I created was an ARP. So this is the ARP, and let me just quickly show you what instrument this is. It's the Dynamic Crystals Gamelan ARP in Omnisphere, and this is what it sounds like with no processing. Let's bring the pattern over here. Doesn't sound great, to be honest, but with my R&B trap mixing template, let me bring my mixer over here. Wow, I don't know why my mixer is moving like that. Let's get big, my friend, get big. With my trap R&B trap mixing template, we've got some effects on here, basically 2 EQs, which is basically like a band pass. We've cut off the low end and the high end, and I've just done that twice, I believe. Is this the exact same? Yeah, it's the exact same, to just make sure that nothing's coming through, and this really changes the sound and brings us more to a nice mid-tone, which is where I want this ARP to be. So let's play this back one more time. So as you can tell, the up's no longer in your face, is it? I don't want it to be in your face because this is an ambient R&B trap beat. We want everything to be mellow, kind of in the background. Now, this is the main melody an octave higher, basically. And the next thing we need to do is add halftime. And then I also added RC20, but I do not believe this RC20 will work right now because this whole project was kind of murdered. I saved it, but my whole system was crashing and all that sort of stuff because my memory was too low and I was being super impatient because it was taking ages for me to even be able to start recording again. So I turned off my computer. I just, pressed the button, which you should basically never do, and the project became corrupted. That's why it's now called it recovered. So I don't know if RC20 is going to be actually working here, but these are the settings that I used, and let me quickly play this back with halftime and maybe RC20. Alright, RC20 isn't working, so let me see if I can just copy this over here, and that should actually work, because basically it was telling me I needed to authorize it or something, which I don't know why it's telling me that, because it should be authorized. And then it told me I needed to open up the XLN installer, which I did. See, now this RC20 is working perfectly fine. So let's play this back and you'll hear what the chord ARP eventually sounds like, or ended up sounding like. Of course, I'd bring the volume way down. So very ambient in the background type melody. And then we have, I believe the next thing we have is the arcade, right? Yeah, so we've got arcade, we've got an instance of arcade in here, and I'm unsure what, it doesn't really matter what notes I've done, but let me just show you the bank that I was using. I was using Angel Breath. Let's go in there. Is it gonna let me go in there? Let me go in there, bro. Oh, I need to go to play. So what these are basically ambient type vocals, ambient female vocals. And what I did was I set it to the right key and I played a few notes. And then once I got the right notes, I also pitched this up. So let's actually bring arcade back up so I can show you how that is done. Come on, arcade, don't hide away from me now. So basically you just click edit, and then a great way to do this is you don't even have to go to every note. Let's unlock this. All you need to do is play your melody back, and if you play it back, then it will basically play the right notes. So all you need to do is hover over this +12 button, and as it plays the notes, you can just press +12. So as you can see, everything's been +12. And you might be wondering, why have I pitched it up? What am I doing over there? Like, why would I want it that pitched, like that high pitched? I don't. The only reason I pitched it up is because I've added some halftime and RC20. Our old friends halftime and RC20 have come to the rescue once again. And once again, RC20 probably won't be working here. Let's open it up and see real quick. Nope. Saying wrong computer ID, but it does look like it is working actually. So let's see. Let's see if we can play it back. Yeah, it seems like it is working. So let's play this back and you can hear what the vocal line is doing. And I guess let's quickly go through my mixing channels. We've got some EQ, basically cutting off some of the high end, cutting off some of the low. And we've got Seventh Heaven reverb, and we've got a London plate on that. This is what our settings are looking like. Then I've got halftime on just a normal halftime 1 bar. And then, you know, you saw the RC20 settings. This is what the RC20 settings are saying. You can, you know, screenshot or do whatever if you want to copy the same settings. But, you know, if you're creating a different beat, you might need different settings. So, but this can be a good starting point. And this template will be linked in the description down below, so you can just use this, have this as a starting point, and then you won't have to like create all these different things. Halftime and RC20 won't be in the template though. That's never started in my template. I add those effects later on, but EQ and reverb will be in the template. So we've got our vocals and we've got the chord up. And that's basically all our... Oh, this looks like something else. What is this? Let me quickly check this. This is a pad. I do not remember what pad I used at all. Please do not crash on me, FL Studio. Please. Please don't do that to me. Not today. Okay, it wasn't Winter Memories. I can find out later on and put this in, but I don't think it's that important. Just know it's a pad. If I quickly go to this and I actually go to pad and strings, it will probably be one of these pads. It's probably Air and Wet Flutes. It kind of sounds like Air and Wet Flutes, but I'm not 100% sure. Just know this is a pad. It might even be Winded Flutes actually. But I believe this is using the exact same melody. So we could actually just fling this on here. Where is this being sent to? Number 4. Pattern 16. Send this to number 4 and we'll see if we can find the right pad. Okay, that's still an ARP. Area and Wet Flutes. Maybe Winded Flutes. Yeah, that sounds like it. So what I would have done is I would have had this pad at this pitch, routed it to number 4, chorus, chords, bells and keys. So it's like, this is for my high end stuff, as in, you know, using the high frequencies, no low frequencies, no mids, basically boosted around 248 and a little dip in the high end. So I'd have this at this octave and then I'd just plonk this in the playlist, bounce it down with Alt, Control and C, and then pitch it down 1200 cents, something. I'll just pitch it down all the way, look, all the way. And that gives it that nice vibe that I like to get. I don't know if I'll put some RC20 on it, but it doesn't seem like I've got any RC20 on this mixing track, so maybe I did not. But usually I would have slathered that in some RC20. Maybe I just forgot while I was producing at the time. So I think those are all our melodic elements. We got 4 melodic elements. I think generally when you're making a beat, 4 melodic elements is good enough. Any more than that, you're getting a bit wild. You never want more than 4 melodic elements hitting at once. So as you can see in the chorus, we got all 4 melodic elements hitting. That doesn't have to happen in every beat, but generally we've got like 2 or 3 basically. So then we've got the rim, which is just, you know, normal clap type pattern. So every third. Oh yeah, and with the vocals I actually pitched it down, so it was like super high and then we half timed it and then we pitched it down. So now it's even more ambient and in the background, and I turned it down a lot and you can hardly hear it. But I think I've also we've got retro color and halftime on in the mixer, so I need to turn it off so that you can actually hear this all properly. So the hi-hats is a very simple hi-hat pattern. I turn on third step and I basically just added a hi-hat there, and then added a roll on this bar, and then added a small roll on that bar, and added a small roll there, and then this is, oh no, that's not repeated, and then added a roll there, and then repeated that. And then what I did was I selected everything, I pressed Alt-R, I turned down the velocity, and I also selected everything again, pressed Alt-R again, and then turned the panning on bipolar so that it goes from left to right. So that's what's going on there. Let's actually bring that back to no velocity. And then we've also got some snares, which are basically, you know, just some basic hits. This is where they're hitting. I believe this is repeated. So I've just basically done a simple pattern, but I've moved like one of the snares a few semitones down, so it kind of, you know, it has a different vibe to it and it makes things a bit different. And then we've got my quality woodperk from my R&B trap kit, and this is the pattern for that. Actually, I've got the whole pattern here, so you can actually see the whole pattern in its entirety right here, but I guess we just won't have any melodic elements. Okay, then we have the open hats and the 808s. So the open hats are just on basically these red bars. So just before the clap would be there. So the open hat's there. It gives a nice swing to the clap and makes the clap have more impact. And then on the second open hat, we've also got another open hat right after the clap on this beat basically. So if we bring our thing over here, you can hear it. Like that.
This is called great cooking.
All right, then our 808s. This is our 808 pattern. Basically just following the chord. I believe this is following the chord bass line. I don't think the E is actually in the chord bass line, but basically this is the 808 in it. Like I was following the chord bass line, but I wanted it to go down before it came over here, and I wanted it to go like super high. This is just, I believe this is a G. Yeah, this is just this G moved up an octave, and yeah, that's the pattern, I guess. Let me play it back for you. Let me turn off the tags. My bad. So there we go with that. And then we also have a synth bass over Mia, which is basically the same as the 808s, but we've now used the E because I believe that that E was the bass note for that chord, but I just didn't use it as the bass note in that chord because I had like an inversion or something. So this is what the synth bass looks like, and this is what it sounds like. Sorry, I turned the synth bass off. There we go. and then we have the chorus. I stopped the synth phase before it went into the chorus so that the chorus has more impact. If you watch my video on how to structure your beats, you'll learn more about why the drums drop out so much and what kind of impact that actually creates. But then we've got the kick, which is basically, I believe it's the same pattern as the 808 with an either one less hit or an extra hit. Let me listen. Yeah, less hits. So sometimes there's less hits, sometimes there's more hits, just so it creates a bit of a bounce. And then that's the beat done, basically. So yeah, really not super simple, I guess, but it is simple. It is simple, it is straightforward. It's not a lot of stuff going on, but when it comes together, it feels more complex. Like there's only 4 melodic layers, and then the rest of it's just drums, very basic drums, clap. I forgot to tell you about the snare, which comes in on the chorus that just give you some more impact. It's just basically layered with the rim, as same place where the clap would go every like 3rd hit. That's not every 3rd bar, is it? No, it's like mid bar, but you know what I'm talking about, like every 3rd thing, like this, every half bar basically. So that's everything that's included in the beat. Now let me play it back so you can hear it. Remember, this is not mixed or mastered, so keep that in mind. I do believe I did do a light mix and master of it, but when I tried to play back using Ozone, my computer wasn't having it. So I'm not gonna do that again. I'm just gonna play it back without using Ozone, and you can hear what's going on and you can hear what the beat sounds like basically. So let's play it back. But before I do that, I've got a question of the day for you. My question of the day is, are you a producer trying to make beats to sell to artists, or are you an artist trying to make beats for your own songs? Let me know in the comment section down below. And because you made it this far in the video, I've got a free gift for you that you're gonna love. I've got 10 free loops that you can use for your beats. They're totally royalty free. You can sell your beats using these loops and do whatever you want with them. The link will be in the description, or go to jcarteray.com/free beats. Now let's play this back.
This is called great cooking.
Okay, so I've just taken this back a little bit to see if it gives us a little bit more impact going into the chorus. Let me just test this out. Definitely. Forgot to mention our riser over here, our little friendly riser. This is a transition from my R&B trap drum kit. I don't know if I'm going to release this drum kit. I might release it. Let me know in the comment sections if you want me to release this drum kit. It's basically a drum kit that I use for myself. If I'm going to release it, then I need to go back through all the sounds and normalize them, because the way it works now, when I bring in the sounds, you have to normalize them because they're so low, because when I bounce them out, I don't know, they just ended up being super low, and now you got to normalize them. So that's a little annoying. So I'll have to go back and reprocess them so that they're all at the right level when you drag them in. So let me know if you want this drum kit, and I'll create it, turn it into a product so you can actually purchase it and use it, and you can drag it in and everything's all nice and hunky-dory. So let me quickly break down the structure just in case you don't know what's going on here. We've got an intro, then a verse, then a pre-chorus, then a chorus, then we basically got everything repeating again from the verse, and yeah, we've then got an outro. So that is how I would structure this beat. We've got 2 verses, 2 choruses, Bob's your uncle, everything's great. I would also add a fade out to this. Let's create an automation clip. Let's get that down there. And where are we? Over here. Let's make sure that's the right number. 80. There we go. So it fades out, Bob's your uncle. At this point I can just mix and master it and we're done. So yeah, I've given you the information. Now you know how to make an ambient R&B trap type beat. If you got any other questions or any other videos you want me to make, please let me know in the comment section down below. I love doing this stuff, so whatever question you have, I'm going to be happy to answer it, happy to make a video on it. And I'll see you in the next video where you'll learn more about online business, music production, and online marketing. I hope this video helped you out. Peace out.